Like, let me put it this way, I could probably get this one.
Oh,
So that's
well
how-
then you want to switch seats?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Welcome to the December edition of our blind tasting box. If you've been following along, we're on wine number 3.
Should be fun.
I hope so.
I'm warmed up now. I'm ready. I
Good.
said that last time, but now I'm really
We
ready.
almost got it last time.
Almost, it's
So
close.
close.
And we hope that you did too.
Yeah. Let us know how you've been doing with these blind tastings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Numero 3.
Yeah. Look at the color.
She dark.
And purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thick.
Yeah.
2 C's.
Glass staining.
It's super glass staining.
Yeah.
What does that tell us, Adam?
But there is a lot of pigment in these skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of sugar as well in the grapes.
Yeah, I'd say so. So right away, hot climate. Just off the
Wow.
Yeah, just off the color. I mean, it's crazy, right?
You're bold.
I know.
Just like the wine. Color-wise, super dark, super thick, staining the glass,
Yeah.
bold.
Deep purple.
I'm expecting a mouthful on this one.
Mouthful of flavor.
So super dark in color. When we're smelling this, what we're gonna look for is the ripeness of fruit, because we're already starting to think this could be a warm climate. So we wanna kind of follow that lead that we're getting from the color.
Yeah, so we're gonna look for ripe fruit.
Ripe
so
fruit.
yeah. Let's
Nervous.
Let's dive in.
Sure. Oh, it's chocolatey on the
A
nose.
little bit.
Huh. Mocha coffee,
Smells delicious.
concentrated.
A little bit.
To reset your nose, smell something that smells like neutral, like your skin or your arm, or that'll help.
Yeah.
My arm smells like Gain.
Video brought to you. That's good.
It's not as pronounced as I was expecting it to be.
No, I was just thinking the same thing. It's actually a little more subtle. So it's showing us this deep color here, but the aromas are presenting what I would expect from a hot climate.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a hot climate at all. I still think it is hot climate.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's trying to trick you.
Lots of contact with the skins, perhaps a longer hang time. So something that a lot of New World producers are doing to mimic like an Amarone or an Italian
Right.
is to actually let the grapes hang and shrivel a little bit on the vine.
Concentrating.
And they'll put some of these grapes that are a little bit more concentrated in the mix with the grapes that were harvested at the proper time.
Right, I mean, that would give us more color for sure.
Give us more color, give us more concentration,
Yeah.
give us that kind of stewed, dried. It is definitely like dried fruit, like dried prunes, craisins,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely dried red fruit.
Red, hey?
Yeah. You think in black fruit?
You get a bit of black.
A little black fruit?
Dried blueberries, like think of dried blueberries.
I think that's kind of, I was going to go
Yeah.
blue fruit maybe.
Yeah, blue. And so from the color as well, there's a grape that I'm thinking of because it has that kind of bluey hue to it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes.
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 There's 2 things that I think this could possibly be.
But we won't know until.
But the nose is a little bit muted, so I'm leaning more towards one thing.
Okay. Interesting.
Should we taste it?
We should.
I'm still leaning towards that one thing.
Very interesting.
Tannins are a bit more forward than I was expecting.
Yeah, they're present.
Acid's actually a little bit higher than I was expecting it to be as well.
For me, the alcohol's a little lower than I was expecting.
Really?
Higher acid, high tannin, lower alcohol.
Could be mountain fruit.
Mountain fruit.
Yeah. Still hungry, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just made me hungry thinking about it. Some nice BC orchard cherries. Yeah.
Oh, BC, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so it's got black fruit to it. It's got a purpley kind of hue to it. A little more tannin than I was expecting. A little bit more acid than we were expecting. What about oak?
It's a hard one on this wine. I don't know if there was new oak used on this. Maybe neutral oak, but it's not really presenting any root forward oak aromas or flavors.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't mean it wasn't oak at the same time. I don't think it was stainless steel either, because it's not super fresh, right? Like it's not,
Yeah.
when you have that stainless steel, it's really bright fruit character to it because the wine has been kept that fresh.
Should we start rolling things out?
I think so.
France.
I don't think that France has the climate and the rules there. You can't do new stuff like
Really big
like this.
extraction.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go no on French wine.
Okay, Italy.
I think that unless this is a super Tuscan blend, I don't think that Italian wines have this color.
It's just not giving me an Italian vibe.
No, it doesn't show Italian at all.
No, if
So-
anything, I would think maybe a Primitivo. If
Yeah.
I was to leave anything on the counter for Italy, it'd be
That too, yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I did say dried fruit. I did say like that kind of concentrated that it could be something like that. So we're not going to rule that out 100%. Okay. Do we think it's a California or a U.S. wine?
It could be. There's nothing in here that's telling me it's not. Right now, I'm kind of leaning to the newer world regions.
Canadian.
I don't know. Okay.
I think it's a little too dark.
Let's just say too much.
Yeah.
For Canadian.
Yeah. For the climate.
Yeah. If it was Canadian, it would be BC. It would not be.
Yeah,
Niagara.
I totally agree with you on that.
But I mean, in BC, what grapes would it be?
Well, because of that tone, I would say maybe Syrah.
Yeah. So
Because
that would be the only thing. So Okanagan Syrah.
It really stains the glass.
Yeah,
So we've
like
got to be
it's-
thinking thick-skinned grapes here.
Yeah. A lot of sunlight, a lot of hang time. What about Washington?
I mean, Washington is a potential because it does have cool nights, so it would bring up the acidity.
Mm-hmm.
Hot days for ripeness. Typically, it'd be like a Washington Cab. Washington Cab for me has a character that I'm not finding in here.
Okay, I would agree.
Yeah.
So-
It's not quite. It's the complexity that I think that I'm looking for that Washington has with its youthful soils
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't match this wine.
Agreed. What about Argentina?
I think it could be Argentinian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Argentinian Malbec.
Could be.
Could be.
And I was thinking that it could be like a mountain fruit Malbec.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has the color to be high altitude grapes.
Yeah.
It's just, when we have that high altitude, we get that thicker skin, that more color,
Yeah.
more extraction.
Yeah.
So it's very potential. Malbec can sometimes have that red and black and blue kind of jumps all over depending on where it's grown. So I would say that's definitely a candidate for this wine.
Right.
Some sort of Argentinian Malbec.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
So the only
Yeah.
two regions.
And I don't
really
think it's
have
Spanish,
that.
just
No.
because it's not old world. I don't.
And they use a lot of oak in Spain, and this is not really
Yeah.
shouting oak at
No.
me. So.
No.
South Africa and Australia is the only two.
What about Australia? Oh, you said.
Yeah. What about Australia? That's a good question.
Australia.
I don't think this is South African either.
It's not funky enough.
No,
Yeah.
South Africa usually has that
Classic.
classic funk,
Yeah.
funky.
Well, and based on color, I was actually leaning towards Australian Shiraz.
Yeah, I mean, when I first looked at it, that's what my brain
Yeah.
thought.
But then the
Um,
aromatics did not tell me Australian Shiraz.
No, it definitely doesn't have that really big black fruit with the menthol or eucalyptus or
No.
whatever. It definitely has the color,
Yeah.
but it doesn't match. So,
So my mind then went to Malbec.
yeah, that's kind
And
of.
I think I'm still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too. Well, shall we see what it is? We find out.
If it's not a Malbec, Brittany, you're fired.
What do we have here?
Oh my god! Seriously.
So close. So close.
That was our number 2.
That was number 2.
Yeah.
So interesting.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, Aussie Shiraz. I'd be curious to know about the oak aging on this. So we were
Very
kinda
close.
almost there.
Almost there.
Yeah. We were there off the visual of the wine, but it was the lack of oak that had me going a different direction.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's kind of where I steered right on that one.
Yeah, and it has a really quite a bright acidity as well. So this one comes from McLaren Vale, which is a little bit cooler than like a Barossa would be.
So
Yeah.
it's delicious wine regardless.
Mm.
Imperial.
It does have that like black pepper Shiraz.
Think so?
That's it, yeah. But it's just not as oaky as I was expecting a Shiraz to be from Australia. You didn't hit me with that, did you? No.
Got a little bit on your hand.
That shirt.
I know. Sure loves wine.
Anyway, so this was our second pick.
Yeah.
And we hope you guys got close to this one as well. Be sure to comment on the video and let us know how you're doing.
Yeah.